Happy Saturday, dividend growth stock investors. It's Colby the DGI Crab coming to you with another Good News Saturday video. If any of the 60 high quality dividend growth stocks that I've selected to cover on this channel announce any kind of good news, specifically an increase in the dividend, I will bring you that news each and every Saturday, and I'm keeping my streak alive here of not having a Saturday yet in the young history of this channel where I haven't gotten to announce a dividend increase, and this time it is from the Increase King themselves, AWR, American States Water. American States Water has the longest active consecutive year streak of dividend increases of every stock on the U.S. stock market. This is now going to be 69 consecutive years of annual dividend increases. It's hard to beat that. Nobody is in front of them right now. They are all by themselves, out in the lead. That's one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reasons, why they made the cut on my list of 60. They're one of only 4 companies out of those 60 stocks that are not part of the S&P 500. This is not a massive market cap company by any stretch of the imagination. But hey, if you've got that kind of a streak going and you're beating even some of the super stalwarts out there like Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Lowe's, Parker Hannifin, they're in front of all of these big time players here. So great job here by American States Water. They have increased that dividend by about 8.3%, which is pretty well in line with expectations. Once again, we've got one that's doing exactly what we want it to do. Now, I'm not a professional investment advisor, so you should always do your own due diligence before you invest in any stock or other securities. But when I broke down my 60 stocks, I put them into 4 tiers based on the age of the investor. And American States Water fell into my tier 2 category, meaning that I believe it's a stock best suited for someone between the ages of 31 and 41, someone trying to build up their passive income to one day retire off of. And the numbers on that, or the reason for that is this is usually a stock that yields in the high 1s to low 2s, and the 5-year growth rate of about 9.3% is very consistent. So they pay $1.86 per year per share on the dividend now that they have done their increase. In 2023, they paid out $1.65.5 per share. And if we look at the annual payout growth over the last few years, you'll see last year they did 8.5, 2022, 8.9, 2021, 9.3, 2020, 10.3, 9.4, 6.6, 8.7. Couple of slower years here at 16 and 15. They did 4.5 and 5, then 9 before that. So I mean, this is a pretty darn consistent dividend increase company. Typically, you're going to be able to expect anywhere from about 8 to 9%, and that's exactly what they have come through with for their shareholders this year. I understand water utility, $3 billion market cap, not particularly sexy, not particularly exciting, but consistent high-digit, single-digit dividend growth is sexy and exciting. It's just coming from a company that's, it's not necessarily a household name. You have to be a dividend growth stock investor before you probably even know who this company is, or they're a direct, or they directly are a utility that you deal with locally. If we take a quick look at the 5-year chart, we can see here that the stock price on American States Water over the last 5 years has been fairly stagnant. It's up 9.3% over the last 5 years, and you can see it just kind of stays in this range, in this 5-year range of anywhere from about $70 to maybe $95. If it breaks above 95 or below 70, that's kind of an aberration. But over the 10-year chart, it's up 170%. So it's just gone through kind of a temporary, little bit of a temporary the last 5 years, just hasn't grown a whole lot, but the dividend has continued to grow. So basically, if you are a fan of this channel and you've been following my strategies, you know that I don't invest in any single stocks unless they are at a minimum yielding 20% higher than their 4-year average. So this was the range that I was adding when they're in that low 70s to high 60s, maybe even mid 70s. They're right in line with that range where I would want to add. Now, right now, they've actually gone on a bit of a rally. They're up to 85, so it's just become a hold for me right now. But I am more than happy to hold this dividend increase powerhouse of American States Water. So what about you all? Do you own any American States Water? Is this one that you've got in your portfolio? Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. And remember, when it comes to dividend growth stock investing, patience and perseverance accomplish all things. You just got to add the super great companies when they're on sale, and then just sit back and let your dividend reinvestment do the rest when they're not. My name's Colby, the DGI Crab. Email me your questions at dgicrab@yahoo.com, and have a great weekend, everybody.